Different worldviews are displayed all around us, and a lot of time, we don't even notice it.
So we've decided to hunt down some of these different worldviews in our culture and put them on display in a nice little video for your viewing pleasure.
We hope that you enjoy it.
The first worldview that we are going to be looking at is biblical Christianity.
My mind is dull and faded from these years of buy and sell. My eyes have seen the glory of this hollow modern shell. And sex is a grand production, but I'm bored with that as well. Lord, save me from myself.
And here we have Mere Christianity, a wonderful book by C.S. Lewis that portrays the Christian worldview. The next worldview that we're going to cover is going to be Islam. First up on our tour is this beautiful double-sided rainbow Allah pendant, which represents Islam because it represents Allah, because it says Allah on it, and we found it at the Islam online store. And next we have Islam.com, a site worthy of its name. This is the place where all you Islamic people can go and buy your turbans and learn what the Hajj is.
Next on our wonderful worldview tour, we have Marxist-Leninism. Here we have a news article which clearly portrays Marxism in the genocide of the elderly. The next part of Marxist-Leninism is Halo 3, a very popular video game in which a dictator rules over the planet.
You are, all of you, vermin. Cowering in the dirt, thinking, what? That you might escape the coming fire? Your world will burn until its surface is but glass.
Now we have the extremely popular view of secular humanism. Here we have a Floridian billboard which clearly shows that you don't need God.
That's whack!
I believe you are right, Daniel.
Here we have a pamphlet about President Obama that claims to be living proof that family values without religion build character. President Obama says, "I was not raised in a religious household. Without the help of religious texts or outside authorities, my mother worked mightily to instill in me the values that many Americans learn in Sunday school: honesty, empathy, discipline, delayed gratification, and hard work. She raised at poverty and injustice. Most of all, she possessed an abiding sense of wonder, a reverence for life and its precious transitory nature. Given the increasing diversity of America's population, the dangers of sectarianism have never been greater. Whatever we once were, we are no longer just a Christian nation. We are also a Jewish nation, a Muslim nation, a Buddhist nation, a Hindu nation, and a nation of non-believers."
Here we have a CNN broadcast that shows that UCLA is not allowing certain high school students to apply there because they got censored in their Christian educations.
But that's not really, if you are a Christian, remember now you have your testimony. Calvary Chapel Christian School in Southern California.
Are there parents that can abuse their authority?
What's taught to the 1,300 students here
Here in schools, we have rules and regulations.
is now at the center of a culture war over religion and education.
Our teaching reflects that God exists, whereas the UC wants courses to be taught from a perspective that there is no God.
The University of California is denying credit for some Calvary Chapel courses, saying some textbooks instruct that the Bible is an unerring source, ignore important topics in science and history, and do not teach critical thinking. The Association of Christian Schools sued. This week, a federal judge ruled UC has the right to refuse credits, and now the Christian schools are appealing.
It could have potentially a chilling effect on religious schools and the kinds of courses that they offer students.
UC school officials declined an interview, but released a statement saying there is essentially no difference between the course approval rate for religious and secular schools. And the university system says it does not consider whether courses have religious content, but whether they provide adequate instruction. At the crux of the debate, whether this school's Christian viewpoint distorts certain curriculum or adds to it.
I think that we are moving towards a more secular time, and we're going to fight for the rights to continue to teach from a Christian viewpoint.
It's a fight students at private religious schools will be watching closely, especially those with their sights set on campuses like UCLA. Attorneys say the appeals could drag on for years. Cara Finstrom for CNN, Los Angeles.
Cosmic humanism is another prominent worldview. This ad here for California displays it.
People think life in California is one big vacation, but it's really a lot of work.
We have board meetings.
Board meetings!
Lots of board meetings.
We're always playing catch up.
We're really just a bunch of pencil pushers.
We work with some real characters.
We're always working weekends.
We burn the midnight oil.
Hey, it's a dirty job.
Someone's got to do it.
So if California seems like your kind of work,
We've got one question.
When can you start?
California. Find yourself here.
The California ad is cosmic humanist because it talks about finding your inner spiritual self. This next clip is from the movie Brother Bear.
The world is full of magic. Winter turns to spring. Small things become big. One thing always changes into another.
Walt Disney Pictures presents an all-new motion picture event.
Are we there yet? Don't make me turn this formation around.
You have no idea where they are.
You just talked.
Just back away, real slow like.
What's going on? What?
How's it going, Bear?
I'm not a bear.
Well, gee, eh? You're one big beaver.
Don't kid me.
I'm a man. I was transformed into a bear, magically.
But crazy!
Well, hello there. Didn't see you sneak up on me. I was trying to break a mental sweat while reading the nursing dictionary. The final worldview we'll be discussing today will be postmodernism. This house is clearly postmodern architecture. Look at all the random junk that doesn't make any sense at all. Way to go, postmodern! This is our history textbook. The first few paragraphs read this. Several billion years ago, the whirling speck of dust known as Earth, fifth in size among the planets, came into being. About 6,000 years ago, I'm just gonna stop. This clearly states punctuated evolution. Kinda boring, right?
This is what a bad worldview will do to you. So, we wrote a worldview song.